Hi everyone, I hope you guys are all having a magnificent day. For those of you who don't know my name, it is Angie and I am running for Pledgemaster. First of all, I would like to apologize for not giving this speech in person because as you guys are watching this, I'm actually driving up to New York to pick up my parents from the airport. So you might be asking, why do I want to become a Pledgemaster? To answer this question very briefly, I love multiple aspects about pledging, and that's also the reason why I became Pledge Mom. Personally, I love camping because that's a time where everyone comes together and gets to know each other better. I want more activities like that involve everyone and unite each other, which is why I want to modify some of the events during pledging that I find to be unproductive and would like to change if I am Pledgemaster. What I find to be lacking about the pledging process is variety and opportunities to get to know each other outside of the one-on-one interviews. So what I propose is, instead of having 3 mandatory study hall events, I will propose to require 2 mandatory study hall events and 1 other event that is either going to be social or service. The pledge will have an option to either attend 3 study halls a week or 2 study halls a week, an event that is either social or service. So this might be a little bit confusing, so I'm going to give you an example. So let's say that the service chair has a tree planting event that is available 1 week. The pledge can either have the option to go save nature or go to a 3rd study hall. So let's say that the social chair has a Netflix and chill event another week. The pledge can either pick to attend the Netflix and chill event or go to the 3rd study hall. If there are no service or social events available for the week, I will allow the pledges to go to either the 3rd study hall, or they can suggest another activity such as going to the gym to work out together or going to DC to have dinner together, and those would also count as a 3rd event. So the reason why I want to do that is because I believe that it is important to be academically successful, but also it is equally as important to spend quality time with the brothers and sisters outside of the one-on-one interviews, as well as the opportunity to give back to our community. The goal of this is to provide a theta class with the opportunity to get to know each other better and also get to know the current active house better, and allow the active house to get to know the thetas better by adding different activities available each week. This would also result in a higher participation rate at social and service events, which I find is super important. So the second big thing that I want to change is a mandatory essay after a one-on-one interview. Personally, I find it time consuming, and I find that takes away from the enjoyment and aesthetics of an interview. I dreaded having to write a 250-word essay and not having enough PG-13 things to write about, and then having to add meaningless sentences such as her favorite color is black in order to fulfill a word quota, even though I had a great conversation with someone. But since we all had to deal with writing, I am not going to take that away. But instead of a 250-word essay, I require them to write about what are some of the things that you enjoy most about this brother or sister? What are some things that you have in common? What are activities that you guys can do together in the future? These questions will ensure that the conversations during the interview foster towards getting to know each other better on a deeper level and discovering something about the person that you otherwise wouldn't have known. But if you guys think that that is too easy, then I am also requiring a mandatory selfie involved during each and every interview to ensure that the interview was in fact done in person. So these are the changes that I would like to make if I'm Pledgemaster. And I kind of just want to talk a little bit about my own experience. When I was a sophomore, I pledged Beta Psi, and I feel like it was the most memorable experience that I've ever had. And I couldn't have been happier that I went through college with this experience. It's a decision that I'm proud of and fine that I look back to every day. And this is something that I want the Thetas to feel. I want them to feel proud. I want them to feel happy that they pledged. So please vote for me for Pledgemaster. And I hope you guys have a wonderful potluck and a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for listening.